Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Adriani and today I want to share how to paint an autumn leaf in a loose way. I hope you guys enjoy. First of all, let's study our object. This leaf consists of three main colors, yellow, brown, and green. The yellow is actually the base color of this leaf, whereas green and brown colors are colors that emerge in some part of the leaf. Because yellow is a light color and brown and green will not get distracted when painted above yellow, we can simply paint most of our leaf in yellow first and then adding the other colors later on. I'm gonna list colors that I use for this painting here. You don't need to exactly using these colors, just use colors that you have as long as they kind look like mine here. For information, the palette that I use is from Whitenight. I've replaced some colors, so it's not a standard palette anymore. Before I start, I always spray my palette, so it will be easier for me to pick up my pigment. The brush I'm holding here is Silver Black Velvet Round number 8. I'm going to use several brushes as well, which are Round number 4, Rigger number 1, and Filbert number 6. The Filbert one is actually only for wiping off some extra colors and water, so when you don't have it, you can use any other brush that you have. For this tutorial, I'm using a cellulose watercolor paper instead of 100% cotton paper that I always advise everyone to use when they can afford it, because I think this is a beginner tutorial and I believe most of beginners will opt to use this one. Here I'm mixing my yellow using cadmium, lemon, medium, and lemon. I try to make it lighter and watery because I want to make sure I won't lose the lightest part of the leaf, as well as making sure that the edge of this yellow shape stay wet when I come back later. I start applying the yellow color from the top area of the leaf, then go down to the right side to avoid smudging into the weight painting if I did it the other way. This is a loose painting, so I'm not going to make the final painting exactly looks like the leaf in my hand. I'll just try to depict the very essence of the reference that I have and then adjust my painting with what I have made on the paper before. I like using several brushes because I don't like wasting my pigment by always rinse it for changing colors. Now I'm mixing burnt sienna with raw sienna for the brown part of the leaf. The mix should be thicker than the yellow mix, so it won't push the yellow when they touch each other. We want both colors mixed smoothly and naturally. I'm applying my brown mix from the top area as well, starting from the outer side of the leaf then go inside, helping it touching the yellow. I try not to intervene them so much, I want them to just mix and doing their own nature. My concern now is to depict the pointed edge of the leaf, not necessarily to make it accurate, just in a loose way. Here I'm spreading the puddle of yellow on the right side using another brush, otherwise I'm gonna have a cauliflower texture there. I'm adding more yellow now with a thicker consistency than before. My paper is still wet, so I can safely do that without getting any unintended texture. I'm adding brown mix here and there, adding a bit of yellow-orange mix on the right part of the leaf and picking off some colors on the left side because based on my reference it should be the lightest part of the leaf. Now I'm mixing sap green with green. Again, it should have a thicker consistency than the yellow-orange mix before. My paper is still too wet, so my green spreads so much. However, since this is a loose painting style, I don't mind. I'm wiping off green that I don't want here. In watercolors, you can correct mistake by lifting off color that you don't want with a clean brush. The success depends on the sturdiness of your paper and how staining your pigment is. Some pigments are very easy to leave off and actually you can get the white of your paper back, but some are just impossible because it's already staining the paper. I continue creating the green area along the veins, not in every part of the veins as you can see in my reference. Here I start applying darker mix of green and brown. Hadn't realized yet that my yellow will dry much lighter. I should not paint the detail too early anyway, but it happened. However, it's not the end of the world. We could work around by darkening it with more orange once the detail all dry. I'm picking up number 1 rigger brush, dampening it with clear water and wipe the faint areas off right in the middle of the green marks, hoping to leave some lighter lines. This is actually how the vein of the leaf looks. It has such a light yellow vein that's turning brown in some parts. I keep doing the same thing, adding details, smoothing things, lifting up some colors until I'm pleased with the look. We have to remember that watercolors dry lighter, especially when we don't use cotton paper, so don't be afraid to add more saturated pigment. When you think the colors are too bright, that would likely mean you get the colors you're into when it's dry. Now we're almost done. The final part is adding texture by splattering. I cover the area I don't want to have got splattered. Then I load my rigger brush with such thick brown mix. The splatter becomes so small, so I add some water into the mix. I also use green mix for splattering. Then I try to correct some areas that has been overcovered by the splatters. After that, I'm adding more dot texture here and there to create more variation and make the leaf looks organic. And it's done. I think I should stop here and not going any further to avoid overworking. Thank you very much for joining me till the end. I hope this tutorial could benefit you. Please don't forget to tag me in Instagram at @byadriani when you give it a try. I'll be very happy to see how your autumn leaf looks like. Happy painting!